Hello, good morning. Please let me know if you can hear, if you can see. I'm gonna try not to bump into the cords and cables that I'm connected to. I think the sound is good. I have logged in myself from my phone and I can hear. So I'm hearing my own echo. But I think it works. So I'm gonna move this here. I'll put my phone on the side so I can see the comments. That's kind of what I was trying to do here. So I've closed it up again. I hope everybody's good this morning. I have the sniffles. I don't know why or how, but it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna put myself on the side so I can actually see the comments because my laptop is on that side and I'm gonna be turned this way, so I probably won't be able to see everything. Um, all right, I don't have all the extra time in the world today because I actually have a meeting to get to at 9:30. It's 8 o'clock. I want to be prompt and I want to make a lot of progress today from the sketches we made last week. I think I'm gonna basically just jump right in and start doing line art. I'm trying to not to bump into the camera, but basically I've got the market, corner market over here. I'm still unsure what I want to put in the front. My niece was mentioning something about um, bakery, like boulangerie, fresh bread and stuff in the morning. And I thought maybe I can do like in the window, show the bread, but I might have to just do a bakery off to the side, or like bits of a bakery on the side of something else. Um, because you know how I love to draw food. So I think I'm gonna start with the perfume boutique because it's pretty much finished. The sketch is finished for this, and then the sketch for the dressmakers, most of it's done. I want to do something with the sign. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it, but I'd like for it to be something that feels like it is a dressmaker shop, and I don't know what that will be. I feel like I have to do something about it. So we'll worry about the things from the back. So if you missed last week you can watch it back. But I did very rough coffee shop sketch, like a metal coffee, like almost like a tin sign or a flat like metal sign shaped like a coffee cup with steam and the word coffee sort of carved out. I don't know how I'm gonna make it look like that, but I want it to look like almost like rust colors, like dark metal with colors of rust. Um, and also probably turn on my light here. Maybe the shadows are. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. That's too low. Hang on. Maybe like that. It's not too bright. It is bright. Oh no. Turn it around this way. Oh, now it's in my eyes. And now it's like on the microphone. I don't know. Sorry. Forgive me. I always mess things up. Try to set stuff up after the fact, but it felt a little bit dark on the replay. Hello, hello, good morning. How are you, friend? Thank you for joining. All right, I'm trying to make sure it's not too dark. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking for the coffee mug, and then I'll just do like a. I want to keep the window stuff kind of plain, and I want to focus on the front of the coffee shop and the wooden chalkboard sign. And I've made this flower shop really, really big and wide. So I didn't leave myself room to add another thing. So I'm going to try to finish these first. My record store, I'm also pretty happy with, and I think it's fairly done. But we're going to work on this page first, see how far we get um, before I try to dive into anything else. So I didn't put any background music. I probably should have played something, but it's fine. Can you hear me okay? It sounds okay in my ear, but I have one ear and I'm hearing my own voice as a I'm hearing my voice as a almost like an echo because I have one earpiece in case something freezes or stops. I'll know. Um, I don't know if she'll be able to see. If I move this a little bit further, like here, can you still see it fairly well? So I'm really scared to bump into the camera, so I had to like move it out of the way. But now I think I've created a shadow. I think I should turn that off. I don't know. Let me know if that's still visible. So this perfume shop, I started giving stories to all of these shops and like shop owners. And I was like, oh, this boutique is, this girl, she's new in town, and it's like a very small, cute little town, fairly established. Everyone's used to like their thing and their routines, and I envision it almost like, in all the shows and movies where there's this city girl that comes to like a small town. This is what this boutique feels like to me. Like you're coming among all these people that have been doing whatever they've been doing the way they've been doing it for years, and they don't like change, and they're picky, and yeah, Hallmark small town, exactly. And she wants to bring in like city flair stuff, and they're like, no, nobody shop there. I don't know why I see it like that, but I see it because I don't know. I feel like all the other shops, they look established. They look like they've been there a while, and then you have this like fancy looking parfumerie. And ooh, she's so fancy. She's French, and she's just trying to bring her French ways here. Maybe I should be writing for TV and movie shows, and movies. It feels like I'm always coming up with crazy ideas of things. But yeah, I wanted to. I don't know why. I feel like this wants to be pink and white, but I really don't want to paint pink, and I am fighting the urge to make it pink. But I feel like it wants to be in that family, and I could swing it and make it work with turquoise, but potentially I will make it like a peachy color instead of very very pink. Maybe peach or something something like that. I don't know, but it just looks to me like that's what would suit, especially with the little story that I've just added. That's why it did that to me. None of these walls are um, load bearing. They're very thin. I only notice a lot of this. Well, I always have, just because I went to architecture school for a little bit, so I always love drawing like buildings and doors and windows, and but I actually also studied like how they should be built. So sometimes I make these illustrations and I'm like, "Uh, this wouldn't hold up." Yeah, peach would be sweet. I think so. I wanted to have like that little cuteness, sweetness, flirtiness, girly, um, and I think that that would help convey that. Just make it the colors soft, and I don't want her to be obnoxious. So not like the people next door to the record store, because those guys are obnoxious. I want this to be more of a. I have a dream. I just have a dream, and I want to fulfill my dream. And I came to this little town because life didn't work in the big city. And I'm trying to make a life, and I'm trying to make a home. I'm not trying to change all your ways, blah, blah, blah. I'm literally writing a show. Um, but yeah, so she's a sweet girl. She's very kind. She just, she wants people to have nice things. And so I don't know if anybody's buying perfume in this town, but She probably will struggle. Small biz life. But yeah, I think Peach. Peach will be good. Now when I hear Peach, I just want to sing Bowser's song from the Mario movie. Oh my god, my kids sing that all the time. Peach, you're so cool. Yeah, it's loud. They get loud about it. Peaches, 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 peaches. It's crazy. Um, all right, so sometimes I end up wasting a lot of time making details too detaily, so I'm gonna pick up the pace. I just want the shapes to be visible and um, just so you can get a sense of what it is, really. That's what we're going for. I don't want to make every little thing super, super detailed. I still want the dreamy quality. So I gotta just do what I have and then keep going. Um, and then, so the bookstore, I'm thinking as I'm making this one, I was gonna do, I don't want to draw people because I think when I have to draw people, I it slows me down, and then I waste a lot of time thinking, overthinking, erasing, drawing, and I don't really want to do all of that. So I'm thinking of just making it look like people were there. Like I wanted to feel used. I wanted to feel like it's alive, like it's not a ghost town and there's nobody around. So even with these, I feel like I need to add something, like maybe on the sidewalk here, somebody dropped a scarf or, a little doll or something. Maybe, no, no, dolls creep me out too. So maybe just something. So it looks like, oh, someone was here and they dropped something, or maybe there's a bike rack and there's a bike there. So you're like, okay, somebody's in the shop right now. To just give it a little bit of life. I think that would be nice. And it helps tell the story a little more whenever I add those little elements. So I'm gonna see if I can do that. Um, love that, make it look lived in. Yeah, an umbrella leaning against the wall. Ooh, that is perfection. Yes. Yes, absolutely perfect. Especially like now, just randomly rains. Someone probably have brought that in. I love that. I'm gonna add an umbrella somewhere. But here I'm just gonna, whenever I do the counter, I think I'll put like coffee mugs and maybe a newspaper or something. Maybe I could do like a shadow of a person instead of trying to draw the person, just like a shadow. Because if you're on the outside, you maybe won't see super clearly all the way in, but you can tell that there's people and you can tell that it's being it's being used and it's been lived in, and that's really, I feel like that makes images really come to life. Like you can see a story unfold from just little things like that. But yeah, fine line, because if I'm not careful, it'll look like, ooh, what happened to the people? Where have they gone? Um, I think the umbrella should be right here too. Probably put it right here. Maybe just lean it against this. I'm just gonna do this on the fly. Let's see, that's the floor. Good. Voila. Itty bitty umbrella. I'm wondering how to turn this. Alright, I'm going to turn my body so you're not looking upside down. Just move my phone up here. I can still see the comments and I can keep an eye on the clock. Okay. All right. I need to pick up the pace here because I mean, I don't have to start the coloring today, but I would love to start. Maybe I'll start with this one. Got a frog in my throat. You know what I just remembered? I have done a boulangerie sign, the bakery in French. So it's probably better I don't try to add one. I'm gonna do the bride in the window over there. I think that would be good. It'll be sound. Okay. It's hard to drop on this angle. And yes, of course, the lawnmower has begun outside, isn't it? Isn't it the way? Isn't it always what happens every time I go live? Every time I record for YouTube and every time I go live, this happens. All right, and I think, can I make it through two of them? Let me think about this. This one, I don't know what I want to do, but I want this to look like something. I don't know, this sign. I don't know what to do with it yet, so I'll leave that alone. But I want the dressmaker's sign to be something that makes you think of the dressmakers, of sewing maybe, or I don't know, maybe a needle on the side, needle and thread, or sewing machine, the little wheel that you use to, the thing on the side. I don't know what it's called. I just say things. I don't know what things are called. But yeah, cute. All right. Let's make a peach color. Let's see, what can I use? Oh, dropping everything. Okay. There's water in here. I didn't bring extra water, so hopefully I have enough. Just a little bit in here. Right. I need like an orangey, red, pink, something. Let's see what I can conjure up here. Oh, maybe some of this, some of this. That might be too orange. Make it with pink, I think. It'll be a little less orangey if I throw in pink in there. Oh, neighbor is really mowing his lawn there. Is it really loud for you? Okay. I need some piece of paper to test out with one of them fell. I mean, it's still a little pink, but we'll have to do, right? We'll have to do. I'm just going for it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It's gonna be pale. I think it needs a little more yellow. I mean, it's okay. It's not like a bright, vibrant pink. I should be all right. Inner Sandra is cringing. What I sacrifice for art. The struggle. The struggle is real. All right, and I'm gonna give her a pink door. I think this is good. It's more of a, what's this color? It's not really peach, but it's like a, almost like a desaturated baby pink, like a desaturated pink. I don't know. I think it's good. I feel a little bit better. It's not bright. I'm okay. I'll live. So I'm going to use it for all the trim, and I'm going to make the awning black and white, and then it will make it look fancy. As soon as the black and white pops, it'll look really fancy. We used to talk about that in design classes. Like, if you want to elevate anything without, too much glitz and glitter and shine, black and white. Anytime you spruce that in your design and you add, like, some really sleek surface, it's just black and white, all of a sudden it's like, ooh. See the camera just freezing here and there, but hopefully it doesn't stop. Like, it's still here, my voice, so at least it doesn't disconnect. That's good. Okay, we'll do mullions. I did not know what those were, but I learned that at school. I feel like today is the day to talk about architecture school. I don't know why. I must have been talking about it a lot this week at work. Um, I feel like that's enough pink. Honestly, that's a lot of pink. I think I'm gonna stop here, and I need to get a very, 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 very dark gray. I'm just gonna layer that. Oh, this is green. Looks green. Should probably let it dry because it'll mess with my. It'll get mixed in with the pink if I touch it. I'll just leave it alone for a minute while it dries. Okay, no, yeah, let's let it dry. So I don't wanna put black inside the pink, and that's not fixable. All right, dressmakers. I wrote Camonia in there, but I don't think I need it to be. So I cannot think of a way to make the sign work in the way I see it in my head. So um, I think I'll have to just make like a giant needle or something. I don't know. It to be like a needle and thread, but I'm not in love with this. So come back. Maybe come back. Come back to this, and I'll deal with the bookstore. All right, bookstore in contrast to the perfume shop will be very rich colors, very deep earth tones. Um, I'm thinking like browns and not like almost like an auburny type of brown, almost like a reddish brown, like this, like the edges of my maps here. Um, and like a hunter green. I think that will look so good. It just makes me think of old libraries. And I don't know, I just love that. If you have you ever watched the movie, the show, I think it's a show, yeah, it's a show called The Discovery of Witches. If you have seen that show, without spoiling, the main character, female character, goes to Oxford, and at one point she's in the library. She meets the male main character, and that library's feeling, vibe, color tones, that is what I want for this. If you have watched it, you know what I mean. If you've been to Oxford, you know what I mean. If you know, like, like big libraries or vintage, or I don't know. I don't know if they're all vintage, but I feel like it's more big libraries kind of still have that feeling. Just that the rich colors, and I don't know. I just really, really love those together. Anytime I think of grandfather's library, that's what I think of. I didn't meet my grandfathers. I never met either of them. They passed before I could remember. I was very, very little. One passed before I was born. One, I don't actually know when, but I must have been little. Um, but so, yeah, this is kind of what I envision, the colors and the big armchairs and recliners, and the smell of pipes. And I think this fits a lot in the fall season because I want to have like a fireplace in the back. But it's okay. They can have it without using it in the summer. That's fine. Also, I have no idea what season this is that I'm painting. I don't know. And I want a nice big sign for the books, um, attached to the wall. Perspective is always a fun thing, isn't it? Maybe I wanted to have like this is weird. It has to be at another angle, so I'm trying to remember what to do. It has to be angled down. Something, something like this. And you'll see books. Okay, what do I want on the inside? I want stacks. Stacks of books. It looks like an unstable mountain. This will take a long time. Haven't, but I feel like it's on my list. Yes, it should be on your list. It's right up your alley. It's definitely one of those shows that you will enjoy a lot. Such a good storyline and well thought out. It's a really well thought out story, I think. I really enjoyed it. Have you seen the trailer? I think it's back on Netflix again now. 2 seasons or three seasons. And that actor, Matthew, his name's also Matthew on the show, so not to confuse anybody. Matthew, is it Goody? how do you say his name? Good. Goode. He's so good. That dude can act, and he's perfect at playing the villain or like the anti-hero. Um, I'm gonna put a coffee cup here, steaming. Somebody's looking for books. They've got a little stack going. And then on this side, I'm making these counters almost like what you'd see normally at like coffee shops where people are sitting and looking out the window. But I'm giving people counter space in case they want to draw or something, or not draw, like read and make notes or something. Right? There's a big armchair back there somewhere. You just barely see it. And we'll do one of those old lamps. So you almost have like a reading nook inside. And shelves. We'll just have shelves and shelves and shelves of books. You can kind of see them from afar. Big bookshelf. Back there. Continues down there. Behind that chair. And then what can I put here? I'll do another, maybe displays. Maybe some book displays at the window. What's new? What's out? Like that. So we go here, and more bookshelves back there somewhere. Hold on, so wait, this is the entrance. It's so strange because every time I do this, I feel like I'm also designing a space at the same time. I'm trying to draw things, but I'm like, oh, I need to make it make sense. So these are windows, big windows everywhere. This is a window, this is a window. I think I'll change the book sign. I'll put it above the door, like right in the middle. And it's gonna be, let's make it quirky. Let's make it quirky and make it like a giant book. Minions are waking up. They literally wake up like dragons, like all the sounds. Oh god. It's like when they wake. It's all the noise that you think of. Like this is gonna look like a giant book. Like an open book. But I need to make the perspective make sense because I think I'm too big. Alright, like that. Something like that. Maybe. Just a shape. He's mowing the lawn. He's now trimming the edges. Hedges or edges. Whatever. And we're going to do old letters. Just let me know and I'll close the door because they only have one volume and it's loud. I don't want to distract. I'm going to do almost like a typewriter font for this. I feel better. I feel better now. How are we looking? How are we looking on time? 8:35. All right, I might make it through 2 buildings. potentially line a third. If I didn't have to do all this designing, I would have been done with the line art, but that's fine. All right, what do we think? Let me turn this around. Can you see the bookstore? There is what I have. I'm gonna figure out what to add in the back. I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna add something. I'm gonna start adding details. Let me start with these windows. Also, I think I did this with, I don't know which building. Oh, right here. I made the stones not perfect and not so even because I feel like it's been there a while. Like it's not a new fancy bookstore. It's been there. This whole town, it feels like these things have been there. And they're just full of character and not like falling apart, but you can tell they've been there a while and they've been loved a while. Uh, looks so cute. Thank you. I am gonna be a little bit obsessed with this bookstore. I want to go there. I want to go just sit at the window, read my book. I think I'm gonna mimic this on that side. I'll put something in the window, stacks of books, maybe the back of an armchair or something. You can kind of see part of it. I think would be nice. Okay, got that step here. Here. It's hard to do perspective without a ruler. I learned with the ruler, like I had to pick a point, know where your vanishing points are, and then trace everything in that direction. I can kind of do it visually now, but it is always a game of like, wait, which way am I going? Which one is this? And sometimes I'm like, oh man, I went the wrong direction with that one. It should have been more angular or something. Like here, I think this is wrong. It wasn't supposed to be the way that I drew it. Okay. All right, so now it's gonna be double time. Because I would like to get at least 2 of these done. So these ended up being a lot bigger than I anticipated. Initially, um, I wanted to have smaller images. I thought I would fit 8 of those on here. I don't know what I was thinking. Not with this much detail. I don't know what I thought I was gonna do, but I just pictured myself drawing a whole bunch of them. And yeah, it wasn't gonna be. Mm-mm. That wasn't gonna work. I needed room to move and room to breathe and develop more stories. The bickering's about to start, so I hope not. Hey, boys, can we not argue, please? Gabriel, Dominique, thank you. He doesn't care. He's like, okay, and then goes right back to it. I don't know. People always asking me, how are you so patient? You're so calm. Like, I'm really not. That's an illusion. That's the illusion of the camera because I don't want to be yelling in your ear. So, oh gosh, I can hear him in my ears. That means he's very, very loud. I have to close the door. Because I've turned the volume almost all the way down. Remember learning perspective drawings in high school? Yeah, those were like so fun. Hang on, let me move the door. Shut the door slightly. Thank you. All right, I'll just leave it cracked. Shushing doesn't do anything, by the way. Shushing doesn't for these boys. Stop coming across too loud for me. Nice. Okay, cool. They're sliding down the stairs, heading downstairs. The little two always wake up first. Micah sleeps like a teenager already. He's almost 11. He's getting to that point. So I need to turn this way. Sorry, it'll be upside down for you for just a moment. He sleeps in. They went to bed pretty late yesterday because we had that issue with the AC. Our AC wasn't working upstairs, so they spent the night in our room the night before, and then we were waiting for the guy to come and fix it. And he must have been just all over town all day. He was like, "Yep, I've been out since 8 a.m. going from house to house, town to town." Poor guy. But he made it here finally at like 9:45 p.m., almost 10. He was like, "I know it's really late. I'm sorry. I can fix it now." And it took him 3 seconds, and he was done. We were like, "Oh, thank God." And just we gave him some water. I was like, "Would you like something?" "You've been at it all day." He's like, "Yeah, man. I've been out since like 8:30." So really grateful that he still made it out here. That meant that we could all go to bed in our own beds. My niece is here because she's watching the kids this morning. Like I said, I have that meeting at 9:30. So I'm really just gonna finish this image. I'm gonna start painting it, at least the exterior, just so we can start to feel what it's going to be. Um, and then I'm gonna have to go because I have to get ready. Okay, this one's high. How did I do this? All right, I know. I'm gonna have to finagle that. Make this panel. These panels don't match, so I need to tweak something to make them match. So I have to move this one down. This is weird. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tweak this and make this an additional one. And when I paint it, it'll just look like a border. Tricks. All the tricks. You gotta have tricks. Mm-hmm. I should have probably looked at typewriter font before I did this, but I'm just gonna make this blocky and not round. Have like rectangular, rounded corners. Here is Godzilla. He's coming. Oh, my boys. They do keep me entertained. All right. So this is the back of that. That's good. Make it look like this. All right. Now the inside stuff, I think I need a thinner pen so that it doesn't look like this is 01. I have a really thin one somewhere. Copic. This one, 0.05. And I'm going to use that for the interior details. So this cup of coffee here with steam. And then my books. Got this book. was gonna say, why does she have, I'm assuming it's a she, why does she have all these books? Maybe she's, you know, she's just restocking her library of things. No judgment. Have your books. This looks like she might be a little close to the display, but that's okay, I think. It's fine. I'm gonna pretend it's fine. Look at these bestsellers at the window. Come get yours now, hot off the press. Big thick books, those $30, $40 books right there on their little stand. I'm gonna do another one here. We'll do a little display here, one there. And then maybe I'll have like another piece of a chair back there. You can tell someone is probably sitting down. There. When I put in color, it'll be a little less weird, easier to see. Okay. And then deep in the store, I can't really see too far out, but I want to be able to do like some of the shelves, show that they're like really, really tall. And I'll just do like rows and rows of books. That'll help convey what I'm trying to do. And this wouldn't be super clear either, right? Because you're seeing it out from the window. So I have to figure out what I do with the middle, but I think that's good. I think I'll stop here with this one. I've got about 10 minutes, so I'll let this sit. I'm gonna probably be working on some of this also, maybe on Instagram, maybe just on my own at home here over the weekend. I have a lot going on this weekend, lots of invitations. It's a holiday weekend, so lots of pool parties and barbecues and things. So whatever time I get to do some of this, I will probably come back and add line art. But I will show you anything I work on. I'll send on Patreon so you can kind of see the progress. Yeah, so I think I just want to add a couple of things back here, and then I'm gonna finish, and then I'm gonna start getting ready for my meeting that I have. Okay, so remaining few minutes, I can finish painting this, and I'm gonna start getting like that rich green color that I want. I think that will get the point across. Oh, what is this? There's a piece of tissue paper stuck to my paintbrush. Oh, almost out of water. already looks so different. Okay, I'll add a layer after this dries. Probably this afternoon or something. Alright, I've got a little bit of the green started. Like a rich hunter green. Not really hunter. What green is this? I don't know what to call this, but and I'm running low on water, but it's fine. I just need a little bit to get started. I think actually the whole thing is paneled. Maybe that's the town style because it looks like I put that on every building. There's a little bit of that paneling. But I'll have to come up with when I add shadows and stuff where it'll get dimension. Right now it's just flat color. Yeah, I'll turn this over here. You can see that. And I forgot to drink my coffee. I'm a little bit tilted, but it's fine. So darker in the back, a little bit lighter in the front. And I erased it, but I'm going to add the sidewalk because I think I need to have that. I'm going to add, I think, the little line just with the sidewalk. And probably will draw something if somebody left something. People are forgetful in this town. They're leaving things everywhere. That's the story. That's my story. They're a little bit like me. So yeah, I think this is coming, looking a little bit like what I want, the rich, deep tones, deep greens, deep browns, not deep browns, not all dark. But like I think the browns, I'll make them almost like a yellowish brown. It's hard to see on my phone. The laptop is behind me, so I think it's coming through. Oh, you can kind of see it. The camera gives you the red color. And the rest will be added later, but just to start. And then I'll brighten this green up for this here. These little bushels, whatever they are called. So a little bit lighter. Mix and match a few. I'll mix a few greens together. A little bit of yellow. That one's brighter. And then I'll put other flowers in there. Okay. Those parts in the shade. Alright, I have to wait and let the stuff dry. Be back and add some stuff. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna stop here just because I don't have too much time left. I do need to get ready. The coffee's gone completely cold now. I wish I had more lined yet, but it's fine. I think what I'm gonna do next is, hang on, I don't wanna get paint all over this. So I'm gonna close that, get it out of the way, so I can show you a bit better. So I think I'm gonna need to finish like sketching on my wherever free time. Finish sketching these, adding what I need, all the details that I want, figure it out, the sign, do the same in the back, and finalize these sketches so I can do the line art on them. So that next week, because next week is just painting, and next week is the 31st. So I'm basically I might be on a lot longer. I might just be here painting until I'm done. Um, but yeah, I have to just make a decision and go for it. It doesn't have to be crazy. I just wanted everybody to have like a cool sign that fits their building personality. So this one is the last one. I feel like it needs to have some curvatures or something. So I'll figure that out. And then the ones in the back as well, there's a couple that are nearly done. So all I have to do is just line those. So I might be on, like I said, a little bit longer than today, next week. And also, I took some of the time painting instead of just doing line art because I wanted to start seeing some color and start getting some ideas. So I'm not very mad at the pink, but I think I'm going to end up making the panels pink. I wanted to leave them white, but I don't know if I like it. I think I'm going to make those pink as well. But I'm going to leave the door and something. I don't know. I'll think about stuff. It was nice to catch up. Been listening was being back and forth. Oh, thank you. No worries. Thank you for the company. This is it for today. So perfect. Exactly an hour. That way I still have 30 minutes to get myself together. Well, 20 minutes really to get myself together and ready, dress, shower. Maybe have a small bite of something. I mean, they're gonna feed us. They usually give us donuts or something. But if I can get myself together, then I'll be ready to head out of here in like 15 and 20 minutes. I'm not going far. I'm just going 5 minutes down the road at church. So, all right. That is all. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for hanging out. I'll send pictures and hopefully I will see you next week to finish this up. And if you see me live on Instagram or TikTok or wherever, this is probably what I'm going to be working on. I have like very little few details to add to Berlin, but Berlin is also done, so I'll show you that in a post. But yeah, I'm gonna be working on this the next 3 days because it's a holiday weekend, and after that my kids are off school. They're done with school on Thursday, so if I don't get stuff done now, I won't be able to get stuff done at all. So that's my plan for the weekend. Is anytime I have a second, I'm taking my sketchbook with me everywhere this weekend. Everywhere, sketchbook, pen, pencil, and I am sketching and drawing while I'm socializing. I never do that. People can forgive me for this one time. Okay, thank you for hanging out. If you're watching this back, thank you so much. Let me know which place is your favorite so far. If you have thoughts on colors or suggestions on what to do with these crazy signs, I cannot decide. Don't always do what people suggest, but sometimes it sparks another idea. So feel free to chime in. And yeah, I'm gonna need to throw some turquoise on here soon. You know it's gonna come on the shop. You know it, because yeah, I need some blue. All right, I will see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.